I want to ask if like tattoos and piercings are sin.
In Leviticus we read, don't put tattoos on your body.
Is that the Old Testament?
Exactly, it's Leviticus. Now the question is, see, what you always got to do when you interpret, you got to put it in context. So the question is, why in Leviticus would it say that tattoos are bad? All you got to do is read Elijah on Mount Carmel, competing against the prophets of Baal. God sent fire, and the people of Israel are watching, and they're seeking to determine who's the real true living God, Baal or Yahweh. Prophets of Baal pray, Baal, send fire. Baal, send fire. Nothing happens. What do? They start cutting themselves. The blood begins to flow. Why? Because that culture, that religion taught, you want to get God's attention? You start cutting yourself, let the blood flow, and then God will answer your prayers. Then God will give you his attention. That's false. And so very clearly in Leviticus, God is calling the Hebrew people to be different from all the cultures around them. And one example is tattoos, marking your body, cutting yourself. So I would argue, because that was for that culture and time, there is nothing wrong with tattoos, biblically.
All praises, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, that is a great millstone. And shalom to hopefully elect. This will be a quick lesson, Lord willing to be edifying. But as you can see, the title of this video, I think the title of the video is going to be Stop Listening to Esau. Or you can't go to Esau for knowledge. So, I don't know. Something to that effect. But, it'll be up there. But the point is, right, he's, this is Jake trying to get some clarity, right? Because obviously he has a zeal per se, right? Because he's trying to figure out, should he get tattoos or what? How should he feel about it? What should happen? But you got this Edomite who is incorrectly breaking down the scriptures as an Edomite would, right? So we're just gonna read what the scripture in question, right, which is Leviticus 19 and 28. It says, "Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord." So what the Edomite was saying, you heard it, right? He was saying, you got to look at the context and what he was talking about, and yada yada yada. But what's not understood is the law wasn't given to everybody. It's not for everybody. So therefore it doesn't apply to everybody, right? So, which, we can read that, right? This is Romans 9. This is Romans 9, and I start at 3. It says, and this is Paul, right? It says, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. So what does that mean? His brethren according to the flesh, through his his lineage, his heritage, like his nationality, if you will, right? It says, who are Israelites. So he just told you who his people are, where he's from. You know what I'm saying? What type of people he's from? The nation of Israel, right? He's an Israelite. So he's saying who are Israelites, right? His flesh, his physical brethren, right? It says, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and, what does it say? The giving of the law, right? And the service of the Most High and the promises, right? So it's saying in the giving of the law, this law only pertains to a certain type of people. This law isn't for everybody, right? So now you got Jake going to Esau being confused, because now he think, from that whack breakdown, now he thinking, okay, I can go get me a tattoo. No, man, you can't, right? you can't. Why? Because the law still stands, man. Let me see. Because just for you who may want to, or the Yahweh Shai came, or who y'all would say Jesus came to, destroy or to do away with the law. The law is done away with, and no, it's not. This is Matthew 5 and 18. right? Or we'll read 17, right? It says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. So he didn't come to destroy it. He didn't come to do away with it. I am not come to destroy, but to what? But to fulfill. He came to fulfill it. He did it completely. In that lifetime, Yahushua, he came and he fulfilled the law. He did it completely. Right? Verse 18, and this is the point for you people who say, well, the New Testament say you. All right, listen. This is verse 18. It says, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Now, has the earth and heaven passed? No, we still living here. You know, we still living here. It ain't passed. So guess what? No, not one jot or one tittle can pass from the law. It can't happen yet. Right? And matter of fact, even with that, right? Even with that, once heaven and earth, once Babylon the Great gets destroyed, guess what? The law gonna be written in our hearts. You know? So we can either get Hebrews or Jeremiah. It don't really matter. We'll just get Hebrews for you New Testament people who just love to hang on to the New Testament. I think it's Hebrews 8. So this is Hebrews 8 and 7. It says a new covenant, right? And you can go read Jeremiah 31 on your own time, right? But verse 7, it says, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. And you see who he's saying, who he's making it with, right? Up here it says with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. He didn't say all the nations. He didn't say Esau, Ammon. He didn't say Ishmael, Elam, Ham. He told you whose house he's doing it with, and it's his chosen house, right? You don't believe it's his chosen house? Okay. I mean, which one do I get? Let's just see. Let's see. If I type in chosen, let's just see what comes up. Well, this is a classic. This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6, right? It says, for thou art just to make sure you know who we talking about. This is what Deuteronomy, right? So who this is the old covenant. So who are we talking about? Of course, we're talking about the Israelites. Come on. It says, Deuteronomy 7 and 6, it says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power, and the Lord thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So, again, he's telling you who he's dealing with, man. He's not dealing with everybody, right? He's not dealing with all the other nations. But I'm going to go back to verse 10. Hebrews 8 and 10 says, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. What it says, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his... Well, okay, Salakia. But for this next verse, this is for those who say we are already in the new covenant, right? This is a cut. It's a cold cut, right? Verse 11, it says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest. So how can you tell me we in the new covenant now? How can we be in the new covenant now and you still got churches? That don't make sense. Because this scripture just said in the new covenant, we're not going to have to teach each other because we all going to know. We all going to know exactly what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. We all going to know. If you're an Israelite, that is. And if you're of the other nation, guess what? We're going to make sure you do it. You know? But again, he said he gonna put the laws into their minds, right? So what's the point? If he was gonna do away with the law, because the Most High is all knowing, right? So if he knew he was gonna do away with the law, why bring it back? And then like it doesn't. If there was something wrong with it, if it needed to be done away with, why bring it? Like that just don't make sense, you know. But going back to Matthew 5, right? I'll read verse 18 again, Matthew 5:18. It says, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven." So regardless, you have to do it, right? You gotta do it to the best of your abilities. Now we know we in these fleshly bodies. We in these everlasting chains, pursuant to the book of Jude, right? I think somebody can correct me on that, but pursuant to the book of Jude, right? But again, it doesn't go away, right? It's not just a contextual thing. It was just a that time kind of thing. Why? I'm gonna close it out with this one to prove that point, right? This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die," man. So, that's a perfect way to end it right there, man. That just brought it all together. You can't get no clearer than that, right? So we're going to end this by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles. That was a great middle song. Shalom.